Hello, my beautiful Taurian friends. Hello, hello. Welcome in if you're new, and welcome back if you've been here before. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. Today we're doing readings for the week of April 27th, 2026. But, whenever you click on the video, there could be a message there for you. Even if it's after that date, maybe it's reminding you of something that happened during that week. Something that you need to realize or understand. Okay, so don't worry about dates and timing. Ooh, my nose itches. So as I'm filming this, it is Wednesday, April 22nd. It is Earth Day, and you are an Earth sign. So I'm going to try and get all the Earth sign readings done today on Earth Day because I feel like there'll be a deeper connection. I did just do a channeled message from Gaia herself, and boy, was that powerful. I can't even describe the feeling that I had in my body when I did that. So if you feel free to check that out, it's posted, it's public. But we are using decks that have to do with Earth. So the first deck we're using is the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. We are using the Sacred Forest Oracle by Denise Lynn, and I am using my Forest Tarot for the tarot portion of this reading. I hope you're all doing well today. Please remember this is a collective, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Okay, shall we get right to it? Please don't forget to give the video a like, a share, a thumbs up, a comment. I love comments. Okay, so we're going to start with the Enchanted Map Oracle. Very interesting cards that came out for you, my beautiful Taurians. So the first card that came out is number 30. Now, threes are creation and collaboration, making a choice. And you see how there's a stone path and it leads to two different places. Both look like they could have some interesting things happening. One is purple sky, and the other one is kind of maybe seaside. I can't see exactly, but it is a choice, and you have the choice to make, right? You are required to come to a decision now. So week of the 27th, now we make decisions every day, let's face it, right? But this is talking about a deeper decision, a more important decision, some kind of decision that you are going to have to make this week. So not just like, what am I going to wear today? But something much deeper than that. Could have to do with family, job, money, career, anything like that. And interestingly enough, the next card you got is Deep Freeze. This is 26. This is an 8. 8s are mastery and infinity. Let me move my... So we see a frozen lion there. Funny enough, 8 is the number of the strength card in tarot, which is the lion, Leo. So this message says, everything has its season. Now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. Now, what does that mean when you've just been given a card that says that you have a choice to make? So when I'm feeling into this, it really means that you can't make a hasty decision. Whatever this is that's coming up for you, my Taurians, my Tauruses, you need to spend some time thinking about it. So this big decision, it could be the purchase of a new home. It could be whether you take this job or that job. There are so many things. It could be whether to get married or have a baby. It's some kind of a big choice, a big decision. And it may not be, so Spirit is saying this could also be a decision that somebody is asking you to help them make. Now that puts us in a very precarious position, right? When somebody says, well, should I apply for this job, or should I accept this job, or do you think I should buy this house? Wow, we don't want to make that decision for them, right? So there's something about big decision or decision making coming up for the week of the 27th for you. And so, Spirit wants you to be very careful when that happens. Really think it through. Maybe even tell the person, let me think about it before I answer you, something like that. Because, yeah, big, weighty decision. Could be for you or another. I'm just feeling that for some of you, somebody's going to ask you to help you make a decision or to help them make a decision. All right, so the Sacred Forest Oracle. Look at that beautiful dragonfly spirit of change. The dragonfly flying over the lily pond, the waterfall in the background. This is a number 12, which is a 3. Creation and collaboration, matching the 3 of making a choice. Wow. Okay. So here you have it. All right. Dragonfly spirit. Be willing to change your perspective and good fortune will follow. Sometimes you need to back up to go forward. There is the deep freeze, right? Again, mirrored in this message are both of those other oracle cards. As people get older, they find it harder to change. So to activate youthfulness, be willing to make changes without hesitation. So, so a message about change here. Also, making decisions can make big changes, right? Making choices or advising someone on a choice that they may have to make. And obviously, change is inevitable, right? It's going to happen no matter if we want it to or not. I don't really agree with the part about saying that when people are old, they don't adapt to change so easily or whatever it said. I mean, I think in your personality, especially if you're a spiritual person, you know that things are going to change. So anyway, that's just my Lisa's 2 cents on that, not spirit or my guides. And the next card that came out, it was weird that you got 2 out of both decks. Not weird, but 2s are the number of choice. This is number 32. This is a 5. 5s are change. Raven spirit, truth. Look at that beautiful card. All dressed in red like gossamer or what have you. It's sheer. It's beautiful. She has a crown on. She's holding that raven on her hand. The soul loves the truth. Find your truth. Speak your truth. Live your truth. Be fearless in your journey. Follow your inner guidance. Let go of what is not authentic and sincere in your life. Be a shining example of truth to others. So, again, this ties back in to what Spirit was giving me about if somebody else asks you to help them make a decision, right? Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth, and that can be really hard, especially if they're asking for your advice and you want to tell them the truth. I've gotten into this before with different friends that I've been honest with, and they have actually lashed out and been mad at me for being honest. So it is a, knife edge that you walk when it's with friends. Now, with ourselves, we should always be truthful with ourselves. So if it's your choice, you need to really feel into it, right? And before you make that choice, okay? All right, now I am going to face the camera down as we pull the tarot cards together. Okay, here we are. And I like to do this because I really want you to be able to see the cards, right? So making the choice was number 30, deep freeze number 26, dragonfly spirit number 12, and raven spirit truth number 32. So you can see those beautiful cards there as we're pulling the Forest Tarot. Week of the 27th. Yeah, truth and choice. Big ones here for you. 10 of Wands. A lot of work been put in and you're getting ready to be done with it. Queen of Swords. There's truth again. Top of the suit of Swords. Communication. One sword. Sword of truth. The Queen is, she can deliver the truth in a bit of a nicer way than the King of Swords. The King of Swords is basically, this is how it is. The Queen of Swords, she can be a little better, but she still does not pull any punches. She cuts to the chase, right? She's going to tell you the truth. She may tell you the truth and give you a hug, but she's still going to tell the truth. Swords are air signs, right? Wands are fire signs. That 10 of Wands tells me, Taurus, is that you are definitely coming to the close of some cycle or some project or something. And that may be where the choice is, right? Getting done with one job, one home, one place you're living, you know, I don't know, some project or something. Okay, let's see. Deck has gone a little quiet. 2 cards came flying out. Wands and Swords, not a surprise. Fastest moving suits in the deck, right? Okay, give us the rest of the message, please, Spirit. This is why I don't shuffle every deck on camera, because the readings get too long. Okay, what is going on? Oh, jeepers, that flew out. Oh my gosh. Okay, you ask and you shall receive. So 6 of Pentacles, that is when things are not going where you think they are. Money, time, energy, effort being spent. 5 of Pentacles, that has a different feel in this deck, and we'll get to that. Page of Swords, another sword of truth, guys, gals, peeps. Okay, something's coming out on the 27th, some truth in the choice or decision that has to be made. It feels like for some of you, it's a choice. It's a decision you don't want to make. It's a decision that you may have been dreading, right? But you got to do it, okay? Yeah, you got to do it. Okay, Spirit, one more card. What is the last card? Okay, that was it. All right. 10 of Swords. Wow, 2 10s. You're definitely, yeah. 2 10s, 3 10. No, that was 5. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see what this is. Feels a little heavy. Little bit of heavy energy, Taurus, okay? But let's not get bogged down with that, because challenges are what makes life interesting, and challenges are what makes our spirit and soul grow. Okay, so oh, come on. Sometimes the camera has a hard time focusing on these cards. 10 of Wands. You see how his pack is full of those wands, all those things that he's been doing, and he's walking through the forest. He has a lantern. He's got work boots on. He has been hard at work. Wands, action, passion. You've put a lot of action, a lot of passion, a lot of time, a lot of energy into something that you've been doing, right? And now this Queen of Swords is coming on the scene, and she's got her sword out of its sheath, right? That's the words, the truth, the communication. Oh my gosh, come on. There we go. If I don't move. So she's coming in and she's going to say the truth. She may say it and hug you, but the truth is coming out. The truth must come out. You must be honest with yourself and others at this time, right? She is at the top of the suit for her conversational prowess, right? She knows how to use words, okay? And you need to really call on that when it comes to making this decision. Then you have, oh my God, the 6 of Pentacles. So typically the 6 of Pentacles is when you're throwing money at something and it's not working, or you're throwing your time and energy and effort at something, it's not working out. 6s are harmony, but in the 6 of Pentacles card, you think that you're building up your savings, but you're not, or you think you're building up your 401k, or you're not. It's something that you think is happening that isn't happening. You could be spending a lot of time on something or with someone, and it's just not coming to fruition. It's like spinning your wheels, kind of. And in this deck, I definitely feel the energy of doing something, doing it over and over and over, and it's just not getting you where you want to be. That's where you have to be truthful and honest with yourself about, what's happening. Do you want to continue doing that? Or, is it time to move on and change and make a different decision? Then you have the Five of Pentacles. Oh, man, I don't know why the camera has such a hard time with this. So typically the Five of Pentacles is showing two people outside of a church with their hands out, like kind of beggars or out in the cold. This deck, it has a very different feel, okay? Fives are change, right? Pentacles are the material, the earthly, the things you can touch and feel, your job, your home, your money. And this shows an older couple walking through the forest. So when I see this card, I don't feel like any of those things apply in this deck with the Five of Pentacles. Five, yes, change. Pentacles, yes, material things. I feel like these two people holding hands, walking through the forest, have come to an agreement that, okay, this is fine with us. This may not be exactly what we wanted, but it's okay. We can deal with this. It's going to be all right. And it's two people there for each other, right? Helping each other, assisting each other, and loving each other. This is what I feel from this card on this reading today for you, my beautiful Tauruses. Two people coming together, agreeing that even though they may not have, everything may not be the way that they want it, and this could be the change, right? The thinking about the choice, the decision, the truth of the matter, right? Maybe some things have to be let go of because they're not working out, but you're going to be okay with it. It's going to be fine. Then you have the Page of Swords. This is the card that always reminds me of Prince. I think it's just the way that he looks and the outfit. Of course, he doesn't look exactly like Prince, but it has Prince's energy on it for me. And we're all intuitive, right? All of us readers, and this is just what I feel from here. So you see another sword out of its sheath, truth coming out. Pages are messengers. The message here, Taurus, is you've got to be honest with yourself and others. You've got to be honest with yourself and others. You have truth with the Raven Spirit. You have truth with the Queen of Swords. You have truth with the Page of Swords. And the last card out, so you started this reading with the Ten of Wands. You finished the reading with the Ten of Swords. Oh, for goodness sakes. It's not working this time. He's lying there and all the words and thoughts are about to pierce him. But he doesn't have to let that in, right? You're about to get done with something that has been a lot of work. It has been very heavy, and it's been a lot of conversation and compromise, okay? This is what I'm feeling from the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords cards, is that you're tired of it. You're tired of the situation. You want to get out of the situation. You want to stop the situation. And so you're going to have a choice to make, remember? There's going to be some sort of crossroads. It's almost, I feel almost like something or someone it's run its course. It could be a friend or even a family member or oh my God, look at that. Okay, what are those? I was asking for more information, and now you have the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords again. Can't be screaming it any louder. Whatever this is, you need to get to the truth of it to yourself and to others. And it's just something that's run its course. You got to be done with it. There's the Emperor. That's Aries energy. That's bringing chaos into order. It's got to happen, okay? So the fiery Aries energy with that Emperor, he does not like it when boxes aren't checked, T's aren't crossed, and I's aren't dotted. He wants everything down to the nth degree to be where it needs to be, okay? So you could be dealing with an Aries. I would love to know if that's the case. But Taurus, this week is going to bring truth, truth, truth. I mean, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards of truth. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 swords of truth, and you have the truth card with the Raven Spirit. Wow, please let me know what this situation is that you've got to grapple with, get a hold of, think about, choose, right? Um, yeah, some time and energy is not going where it's supposed to go, is really the feeling like you need to stop. Okay, Taurus, that's what I have for you for the week of the 27th. Until next time, peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.